Hey guys, welcome to another Theory of Computation tutorial. Today we'll be solving some more examples of DFA, that is Deterministic Finite Automata Examples. So let's get started. We have already solved the first and second example. Now we'll look at example number 3 and example number 4 of DFA. Okay, so let's look at DFA example number 3. So construct a DFA accepting the following language over the alphabet 0, 1, set of all strings with 0, 1, 1 as a substring. So not necessary it should be the beginning, it should be at the end or in the middle, it can be anywhere. Okay, so what are the examples? So examples of string with 0, 1, 1 as a substring are 0, 1, 1 itself. Then we have got 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, that is in the beginning. Then we have got 0, 1, 1, 1, then 0, 0, 1, 1, and in the middle, so 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. Okay, so these are some of the examples of string in between and in the beginning and in the end. Now we'll test out if all these strings are accepted in our DFA. So let's begin the construction. Let's make a simple DFA which is going to accept 0, 1, 1 as a string itself. So that's the basic string. Okay, so this is a starting state A, and from here we get 0, we go to state B. From here we get 1, we go to state C, and from here we get another 1, we go to state D, and we'll make this state D as our final state. So this is our basic DFA that is going to accept the string 0, 1, 1. Okay, now what is going to happen if after 0, 1, 1 we get any other number? We are okay with that because in the beginning we are getting 0, 1, 1, so it is part of the string. So 0, 1, 1 is the substring, and in state A if we get 1 in the beginning, we are fine with that because it is going to end with 0, 1, 1. Okay, so what about state B? If we get 0 at state B, then what about it? Then it can stay in state B itself, because let's say from state A we get 0, we go to B, here we get another 0, we are in state B, and then we get 1, 1. So we get 0, 0, 1, 1. Still it has the substring 0, 1, 1. Correct? So that's why we can loop it back to itself. What about state C? If we get 0 over here, then we are going to come back to state B. So it's going to be like this. We get 0 from state A, we go to B. From here we get 1, we go to state C. We get 0, we come back to state B. And then we get 1, 1, then we reach the final state. Okay. What about state D? So anything after 0, 1, 1 is okay. So let it be 0 or 1. We are accepting any string that has 0, 1, 1 in it. After that, let the input can be 0 or 1. It is still going to be in the final state. So let's test out these strings over here. So let's start with the first one. Okay, so we have got 0, 1, 1. So in state A we get 0, we go to B, then we get 1, we go to C, and then we get 1, we go to D. Is D a final state? Yes. So this string is accepted. What about 1, 0, 1, 1? So let's say we are in state A, we get 1, we are in state A itself. Correct? Then we get 0, we go to state B, then we get 1, we go to state C, then we get 1, we go to state D. It is a final state. So this string is also accepted. What about 0, 1, 1, 0? So we are in state A, we get 0, we go to B, we get 1, we go to C, then we get 1, we go to state D, and here we get 0, we are in state D. Is it a final state? Yes. Similarly, 0, 1, 1, 1, same thing. You get 0, 1, 1, and then again 1, you are in state D. So this string is also accepted. What about 0, 0, 1, 1? So you are in state A. Okay, you get 0, you go to state B, you get another 0, you are in state B itself, then you get 1, you go to state C, and then you get 1, you go to state D. Is it a final state? Yes. So hence this string is also accepted. What about 0, 0, 1, 1, 0? You are in state A, you get 0, you go to B, you get another 0, you are in state B itself, then you get 1, correct? You go to state C, then you get another 1, you go to state D, here you get another 0, and you are in state D. Is it a final state? Yes. So hence this string is also accepted. So this is how we solve the example. All right. Now let's look at example number 4, DFA example number 4. Construct a DFA accepting the following language over the alphabet 0, 1, set of all strings that begin or end or both with 0, 1. Okay, so the solution is like this. First, let's write down some of the string examples that either begin or end or both with 0, 1. So 0, 1 is the first basic one. Then we have got 1, 0, 1. So here it is ending with 0, 1, correct? Then we have got 0, 1, 0. So it is starting with 0, 1. Then we have got 0, 1, 0. So it is beginning and ending with 0, 1. What about 0, 0, 0, 1? It is ending with 0, 1. All right. Now let's construct a basic DFA for accepting the string 0, 1. We'll start with that. Okay. So we are in state A, starting state A. We get 0, we go to state B. From here we get 1, we go to state C, correct? And now we are accepting the string 0, 1. This is the basic structure. A, B, C, 3 states here. And if you get the input 0, 1, we are going to state C, which is a final state. Okay. Now, what if after this 0, 1, we get any other string? We are okay with that. So it can be 0, 1, 0. For example, 0, 1, 0. It is still going to be in state C, which is the final state. And since it is a string that is starting with 0, 1, we are okay with that. Fine. Now, what about state A? If we get input 1, then what happens? So now we have seen something that is starting with 0, 1. What about something that is ending with 0, 1? So let's say we are in state A and we get input 1. So we go from here to state D. Okay. Now from state D, we get input 0, we go to state E, and here input 1, we go to state F, and we'll make the state F as the final state. Okay. Now, is it accepting a string that is starting with any other number and ending with 0, 1? Yeah, not completely, but let's say we get input 1, then we get 0, and then we get 1. So 1, 0, 1. Are we in a final state? Yes, F is a final state. That's why it is accepting 1, 0, 1. Okay. What about let's say 0, 0, 0, 1? Is it accepting that? No, not yet. Why? Because we have not made a link if we get 0 over here in state B. So let's construct that first. So if you are in state B and you get input 0, you go to state D. Okay. So when you get input like this, a string like this, 0, 0, 0, 1. Are you in a final state? Yes. So this string is also accepted. A string that is ending with 0, 1. Okay. Now next, what happens in D if we get input 1? So if we get input 1, we are still staying in state D. Why? Because let's say we get a string 1, 1, 0, 1. 1, you are in state D. Then you get another 1, you go in state D itself. Then you get 0, you go to E, and from here you get 1, you go to F. So this is the string that is accepted. It is ending with 0, 1. Okay. What about state E? Over here, if you get input 0, then what happens? You are still in state E. Why? So let's say you are in state A, you get 1, you go to D. You get input 0, you are in state E. Then you get input 0 again over here. You are still in state E, and then you get 1, then you go to state F. Because it is still going to be ending with 0, 1. Okay. And what about state F? Over here, we have not mentioned anything. So in state F, if we get input 0, then what happens? So let's say you get input 0, you go to state E, and then if you get input 1, then you come back to state F, and hence it becomes a state or a string that is ending with 0, 1. Okay. Now what happens if you are in state F and you get input 1, then you go to state D. Okay. So let's look at an example. Okay. So let's say we are having a string like this: 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. Okay. Now you are in state A, you get input 1, you go to state D. You get input 0, you go to state E. Then you get input 1, you go to state F. You get another input 1, you go to state D. Then you get input 0, you are in state E. Then you get input 1, you are in state F. So a string that is ending with 0, 1. Hence this string is also accepted. Okay. Now let's test out all these strings, whether they are accepted or not. So 0, 1, is it accepted? You are in state A, you get input 0, you go to B, you get 1, you are in state C. Is it a final state? Yes. So this string is accepted. What about 1, 0, 1? You are in state A, you get input 1, you go to D, then you get input 0, you go to E, then you get input 1, you are in state F. Is it a final state? Yes. So this string is also accepted. What about 0, 1, 0? So let's say you are in state A, you get 0, you go to B, you get 1, you go to state C, and then again you get input 0, you are in state C. Is it a final state? Yes. So hence this string is also accepted. What about 0, 1, 0, 1? So a string that is starting and ending with 0, 1, 0. Okay. So let's say you're in state A. Okay. You get input 0, you go to B, then you get 1, you are in state C. Then you get input 0, you are in state C, you get input 1, you are in state C. Is it a final state? Yes. So this string is also accepted. What about 0, 0, 0, 1? So you are in state A. You get input 0, you go to B. You get input 0 in state B, you go to D. Okay. Then you get input 0, you go to state E. Then you get input 1, you are in state F. Is it a final state? Yes. So this string is also accepted. So this is how we solve the fourth example for our DFA. So that's it for today, guys. If you have any queries, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. Thank you very much.